Like, I did a face. I was like, oh, that was a cool face. Like, and then I thought you farted.
No.
Good morning. Driving Mr. Daisy around. If you know, you know. Then that means you're older too. Around my age. Anyway, just getting coffee with the hubs, and he's playing hooky today because there's an atmospheric river going on, so it's just dangerous to drive around, especially where he works and where we're at. It can be flooded. There is a lot of water on the freeway. Driving over, it was just.
Hi, what can I get you?
Hi, can I get a? You want a tall or a grande? A tall, skinny vanilla latte made with heavy cream.
Is it made with heavy?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And a grande hazelnut latte with 2 extra pumps of hazelnut, hot.
Okay.
And that's all, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Got the coffee. Just gonna head back to the house and stay dry. So, Popeyes. Okay, it's like that. They start cooking their chicken already. So, what are you gonna do while research?
If it lightens up, then I'll do your thing. It's probably gonna do some shoulder rehab exercises.
For you?
Yep.
Oh. And you're like, oh, and just take a nap.
That's a good one too.
Catch up on some sleep from the hour that we lost.
I know, it really messed me up.
It does. It's like, oh, that's not enough sleep.
It doesn't feel right now it's really 8 o'clock in my mind.
Okay, you're gonna switch your car, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna move my car.
So if we could just go under the trees and sit in the on the bench.
That'd be cool.
If we had umbrellas. Here, let me bring you there.
Just drop me there.
So I have to do research today. I have my committee meeting for I had to hold a meeting for, they call it an introduction meeting, because we're transitioning to a new with a new pastor, and So the district superintendent is coming down, and the committee should be present, because it's like an interview in a way. So I've never done that, so I'm gonna research on what kind of questions to ask the candidate, and yeah. And oh, I have a short to edit. Hopefully I could get that posted today. But it is storming out there. Look. Right? Am I right? I mean, they call it an atmospheric river. This, to be honest, this year is the first time I've heard of the atmospheric river. I mean, I'm not a meteorologist or anything, but yep, first time hearing this term. And sure enough, it is making rivers. So later on, I have holding a meeting to interview a pastor candidate for our church, and I've never interviewed a pastor before or been in any of these kind of meetings, so I'm doing my research, and I found this site to help me think of questions or come up with questions to ask the candidate later on today. They're pretty good. So I'll just pick a few and to ask the candidate if, if I have a chance to ask questions, which I'm sure I will. So hopefully this goes well and smooth. And currently, it's still gloomy out there. On my way to my church committee meeting, I did a little research. I looked up some questions to ask the pastoral candidate. So I don't know how many people from the committee are gonna be present. I don't know. This, when I took the position as chairperson for this committee, there weren't a lot of people, the members, they were like come and go, and then some are not participating and some stepped down. So, so I asked the district superintendent, what should I do? Do we, I was thinking, how do we go about this? Do we replace them? But, I'm still learning on how this all works out. So his tip to me was just to work with what I have, and that's basically what I'm doing. Thankfully, I have one member in there that, wow, this looks, hold on. Look at that. That's that's kind of cool. That opening right there. I love clouds. Clouds are moving art, is what I think. I could lay down and just look at the clouds all day. Or sit. I could it. So anyway, thankfully I do have one member that is there helping me out with things. She provides the Zoom links, because I didn't even realize you need them to subscribe to Zoom if you conduct meetings with I don't know how many people at the same time, and then there's only like a certain time limit. So thankfully she's happy to provide the links to any Zoom meetings we have, and then you know, and she's just all around too. She's in other committees as well. And then a former member who knows the church like the back of her hand, she also helps me out. I'm so thankful for them, because I would be totally lost on where to go, what resources. I mean, I don't know, all of it's just so brand new. In any case, yeah, so I was able to gather some questions to ask the candidate, and you know, hopefully the other members who show up have questions as well. And good thing the rain kind of lightened up, because you know, people are just traveling from like other cities that, like, I know the DS, he's coming, I heard he's coming from Sacramento. I mean, it's only like an hour or so away, but you know, with heavy rains, that would be more. And then what do you call it? But now we have a high wind advisory, and yes, it really is windy, because I was looking at the swimming pool, and it's like there's little waves on there. But you know, it is what it is, and it's not like we're gonna be trapped at home, right? We shouldn't I mean, we could be safe, but don't let it deter us from living life. So then Ted, he played hooky today, only because you know, it was very heavy rains earlier, and where the city where he works, it's they're prone to get floods, and so he just moved them to another day, and it works out. And it works out for me too, because teamwork today. But yeah, so since he played hooky today, I asked him if he could pick up the kids, because I was stressing about, you know, my meeting is at 4, and today is Katrina's drama club, so she gets out at 3. Matt's at 3:05, and I wanted to get to the church early to, you know, prepare like the refreshments that I got yesterday. And so I was trying to figure out what time I should leave, and so thankfully Ted is there to pick up the kids, and I was able to leave early enough where I could have time to set up for my meeting. You know, this morning when we were driving, I saw quite a number of cars pulled over to the side, and now that I think about it, I think they actually pulled over because it was really bad this morning. It was one of those where the rain, it just smears your windshield. It's not you know, like drops or whatever. It was like the ugly rain. Like an ugly cry. now, someone had just pulled over, and I think it's maybe because it's really windy and it's like it's pushing you. So I can't pull over. I need to be somewhere. So I'm at the church. I'm at our it's called Tucker Hall. It's a like I forgot what these are called, but it's another room or part of the church where we have our like our potlucks where we can eat and stuff, and that's where they serve the food as buffet style. So I'm here by myself. I've never been alone at a church. The lady that opened the doors for me, she left already because she's not part of the committee anymore, so she can't stay. But it's just me, and oh my gosh, when I got here, she told me the power is out. And so I'm like, how's that gonna work? But thankfully it came back on. Yeah, because of the storm, power outages. So I'm gonna just, what time is it? Oh, so early. I'm gonna just set up for the meeting, put out the refreshments that I got. So ending the night with these eye masks from Drmtlgy. I want to see if they improve the dark circles underneath my eyes. And then Trina will play with them. And then we're watching the last episode of The Glory
They look like eggs.
on Netflix. Good night. Want to say good night?